the Wicked movie that's coming out. I'm very excited about this movie, I will say. Cynthia Erivo, the actress who will be playing Elphaba in the movie rendition of Wicked, that is the Wicked Witch of the West. She is sounding off online over a fan-made movie poster. With the film set to be released next month, Universal Pictures recently released the official poster from the movie featuring Erivo as the Wicked Witch of the West and Ariana Grande as Glinda the Good. And there you see it. There's the new movie poster that just came out. It's cute. It's fun, right? If you are familiar, though, with the original Broadway show that this movie is based on, you may have noticed that the film poster differs slightly from the Broadway version. Here's the Broadway one. And I can see why they made the changes that they made. On Broadway, the actors cycle through very frequently, so it makes sense to not have the actors' faces on the poster. But for a movie, you can get away with focusing more on the actors. But as you can see, in the movie poster, Ariana Grande's hand is a bit lower than in the Broadway poster, so you can see more of her face. But more obviously, in the Broadway poster, you can only see Elphaba's mischievous smirk. You can't see her eyes. In the movie poster, you can see Erivo's entire face. So now the internet being the internet and fans being fans, one user literally named Wicked Mexico fan, right? So Wicked Mexico fan. So these are fans of the show, posted an altered film poster. They just made it in Photoshop, it looks like, that more closely matched the original Broadway design. There it is. So as you can see, they moved Ariana's hand up, covering more of her face. They made the background a brighter green. They changed Cynthia's lipstick color from green to red. And they gave her that classic Elphaba smirk. And most significantly, they obscured her face with her witch hat, just like it is in the Broadway poster. And Cynthia did not like this. In an Instagram post, Cynthia wrote this. She said, "This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have ever seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posing the question, is your blank green? None of this is funny. None of it is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I am a real life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is an homage to, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is deeply hurtful." And the general response to Cynthia's post is that she took the edit a little too seriously, that she's overreacting and she needs to chill out a little bit. One user said this on Twitter, or on X, sorry. "I think Cynthia Erivo is a once in a generation talent. I also think she needs to have a seat and calm the F down. She is playing a green person in a fantasy movie. It ain't that serious." Another user tweeted, "Cynthia Erivo is out of her mind. No one was erasing her. Fans of the Broadway show love the original poster and we're expecting to see the original poster reproduced for the movie." I feel like I need to give a little bit of context here. Cynthia Erivo is incredible. If you are unfamiliar with her work, she is incredible. She can sing whatever she wants to sing, and she can sing it a million times better than anybody can do it. 2016, the Tony Awards, when Hamilton swept the Tonys, right? They were nominated in all these different categories. They won for every category that they were nominated in, except for one. For the best female lead in a musical category, they had two women nominated from the Hamilton show in that category to the Schuyler sisters, and they both lost to Cynthia Erivo. She won that year, taking that one Tony Award from Hamilton for her role in The Color Purple. Cynthia Erivo is incredible. That said, this is obviously just like fans having fun with this, right? I'm very excited about this movie. This has been announced years ago, right? People have been waiting a long time for this movie to come out. I think it's coming out next month or this month. And no, I think it's coming out in November. And I don't like the drama. Like, I don't want people to feel like they can't or don't want to go see this movie because of all this. What do you guys think?
It's a cult following. It's highly anticipated. People are very eager.
I'm in it, by the way. Like, I'm one of those people who's like very excited about this.
I think, who knew? I think we can tell. And I think that's great. The excitement around this, right? She is fantastic. I want to put that first, right? And I agree with you. People who are that talented are not one-dimensional. So she's allowed to have whatever feelings she wants to about her art. I can admit, though, that I don't get it. I don't get why she's posting that thesis, if you will, a bit rather emotional on what these fans who are actual fans. But I'll ride with her. If there's something I'm missing here, enlighten me. I just don't get
I
it.
will point out real quick that she does kind of get dogged a lot for her appearance when she's on red carpets and things like that. Like she doesn't have any hair, and she has a very androgynous look.
Well, there you go.
So she does get a lot of like racist and sexist
There you go.
thrown at her. So maybe she's a little bit more sensitive to these things than most people.
As one would be.
Yeah.
And
So that might be a factor.
That's why where I go when, because I started on the same boat. I was waiting for the egregious thing to happen as I was going through this.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, oh, they just really mimicked it as the movie poster. I don't know if they posted it and had a caption that said, this is what it should have been. I can't believe they showed, Erivo's entire face, which it doesn't seem that's what happened. It was just, they tried to morph, the as she said, the animation or the artwork with real life. I don't think it went much further than that. But after I go through that point, and it's someone who has such a visceral reaction, then my next thought is, but they must be right. Let me see where they're coming from. And there's background to it, as you just pointed out. Yeah. So I can see that part. But then since she came so angry and upset about the approach to it, it then triggers angry responses back. And that's when we're like, okay, guys, like everyone's taking it more seriously. This is her life. So I get if she can overreact all she wants, in my opinion. I don't know why we have to overreact back in response. It's not like, the person who created the new poster is trying to sell it, and now you're getting in their middle of their business and they can't sell it anymore. None of that's happening. So it just turns into I didn't like that, and people can go, oh man, we didn't mean it that way, and move on. But everything is very bristly because she has gotten so much hate, I'm sure.
Yeah, like it really wasn't, I really don't think it was that serious. I'm not her, but it's so excessive, and especially because this is a fan who made this poster. It was really just like a recreation, like, oh, this would be fun to see. It'd be cool to see. I thought it would be cool to see if they had more accurately recreated the poster. But as I said earlier, I understood why they made the changes that they did, because part of it now is they're promoting these stars. I remember when they announced the casting for this, when they announced Ariana Grande as Glinda. Perfect. I was thrilled. And Cynthia Erivo, I was over the moon when I heard that she was cast as Elphaba. I never would have thought they would have gone with her. Like I hadn't even thought about her. Well, I guess I didn't really think about it much in general, like who they would have cast, but I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw her there. This movie also, this isn't the first time that it's been riddled with controversy or drama. There was a whole thing with Ariana Grande. Should I even talk about this?
Yeah.
Look, if you know, you know.
Now you have to.
So I know now I have to. So she started the movie. She was married when she started the movie, and she is no longer married. She has left her husband, and now she is dating the guy from the movie who plays the Munchkin Buck. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's the original SpongeBob SquarePants on Broadway. He was the original SpongeBob, and he plays a Munchkin in the new Wicked movie. And he and Ariana Grande are together now, but people are calling Ariana a homewrecker because he left his wife for Ariana right after his wife had a baby. I mean, he's the one who left his wife, so I don't know why she's getting all the blame for being a quote unquote homewrecker. And also allegedly, she was already going to divorce her husband, so she didn't necessarily leave her husband for this guy. But that took over so many of these Wicked headlines for so long. And I really wish that we could just have this thing that people have been waiting for so long. This show has been such an institution on Broadway for years, right? It's been around for so long, and it's finally coming onto film. So many more people are going to get to experience this show, hopefully in a good way. Hopefully the movies are good. That I really wish that all this drama that's surrounding it just wouldn't be as much of a factor.
It's weird. It always seems to be that way, right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that people aren't mad that a black woman's playing the lead role.
How about it? Okay. Little Mermaid.
That's usually the controversy.
That. Yeah.
Well, she's green, so that can't. It's a little hard to sell that angle in this.
What's
case.
the Wicked Witch's name again? I'm sorry, I'm not as Elphaba.
Elphaba. It's
Elphaba.
like L. Frank Baum, LFB. They got her name from that, Elphaba. Yeah.
Elphaba.
Yeah.
I should get up on it more because I know people love this this whole story, and I heard it's really good. So maybe I'll watch it too, and I'll be totally
And
into
Jeff
it.
Goldblum plays the Wizard of Oz, so that's fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum. I haven't heard about him in a while.
Yeah, I was happy with that casting too. I don't know, like, are these popular opinions? I have no idea. But
one more thing on the face, like as you mentioned from the beginning, Ariana Grande, her face is covered up too. They raised her hand up.
Yeah, so in the poster, the original poster, it's like this, and then in the movie poster, she moves it down so you can see this is Ariana Grande because she's the selling point or one of the selling points. But they did the same thing with her. They covered up more of her face because that's more accurate to the Broadway show.
Like she has that's an identifiable. She has a dimple, so like that's covered in the manipulation. She could very well have been upset and be like, "Yo, listen, that's my identifying feature. That's my good side."
Get her going.
And she's blonde now. Like it's the whole thing. Like who's gonna even know that that's Ariana Grande when she's blonde? The audacity of covering up the dimple. So I don't know. Like I'm excited about this, and I feel like this is the first time in a long time where I've actually been excited for like a bunch of movies that are about to come out because I don't know. Like I'm so sick of all of these sequels from movies that I grew up with 30 years later. And I'm so sick and tired of like all these like young kids just reprising roles of look, I'm going to say something and get
Welcome to the old folks club.
Look, okay. Jenna Ortega had a quote and she was talking about, it's a little off topic now, but she was talking about how she is suddenly famous, right? Like her celebrity increased kind of overnight. And she said, she was saying something like, oh yeah, it's like I woke up and I was living someone else's life. And I was like, oh, was it Winona Ryder's life from the 90s? Was it that? Was it that? Because you're just recreating all of her role that she's already done, So I'm sick of it. So I've been like silently boycotting like my own silent little protest to all of these movies. They're never better than the originals, like they're never going to have the same kind of cultural influence and things like that. So for the first time in a long time, I think we're starting to see a lot more original screenplays come out, a lot more original stories. And then you see things like the Wicked movie, which like has been a long time coming. People have been asking for this for a really long time. So I'm excited for it. And I wish that maybe people say something. I don't know.
Is there one remade movie that you like equally
Don't say Bad Boys.
To the original?
That is equal to the original?
Yeah, I mean, as far as like, even though it's a little different, because I mean, I feel like they have this challenge of trying to change it but keep it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because if they completely just copy it, I wouldn't even like that either. But sometimes the changes they make, maybe they didn't see how it affected or the memory.
But then
and
it's like
nostalgia.
why? And then why did you, if you didn't see how it was going to affect, then why did you make the change in the first place? You obviously thought it was like a good idea, you know? Like in the Beauty and the Beast, the live action one, whenever the Beast gives her the library, and that was like such a moment in the original, in the animated version, where it was like a gift. He wanted to do something nice for her. And he said, oh, you like to read? Here, I have all these books. And it was so sweet. And it was like a moment of humanity from the Beast. And then in the remake, they made it, he was like, oh yeah, whatever. I have a library. You can have it if you want. What, you like to read? What a nerd. And I was like, why would they change that? Like, no, it's like, it's never better. I don't know.
I didn't see
How
it.
about something like Creed?
You what?
I mean, how about Creed?
This is a problem.
You know what I mean?
Sharon.
What?
This is my problem. There's a few movies that I can watch and they'll have like their series, up to part 3 even.
Okay.
There's about 3 of them that I can watch no matter what. It can be Saturday at midnight. And I was like, I gotta go to bed and I will watch it. It's Back to the Future. It's the Rocky franchises. There's like 2 or 3 more. But main one of them being the Rocky franchises, they start flagging off later on, but Creed picked it back up for me. And I wasn't fully expecting it, but it really did for me.
They can get real creative. I mean, Sly can't be, the same age forever, and you want to introduce. I mean, it was great. But I love the drama.
Yeah, and I guess the good part is they continued the story rather than making an alternate version. So if somebody remakes Rocky, I'm gonna feel like yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you something about Back to the Future once we get off air, JR. Well, it's featured in my wedding at some point.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.